these four pillars of classical liberalism, if Chris will help me, the mind's the second thing to go. And when you get these pillars, you'll see that that's a direct attack on the Christian foundation. And each one of them are developments in physical science, behavioral science, economics, politics, all the perimeters of the university are more and more and more not needing what? And here's the postmodern message. You may believe in God if you want to, but what? It has nothing to do with us. So that means I let you believe it, but belief has become fragmented and privatized. Anytime the Christian faith is privatized, it is dead. You can't carry out the Lord's commission with everybody having private faith. Huh? And the postmodern mind isn't a private faith. I don't know why I have to have one. No, it's a very committed, very identifiable characteristic of the postmodern mind. Now these, oh my, is that steak? I don't smell any steak. Is that not? All right. Well, anyway, two things, because we come back to those things. And I don't mean that what's his name can't say anything new, but we're going to affirm some other things. Because the postmodern mind is a repudiation of the modern mind, which is really classical liberalism, primarily over science and technology and education. We never had in the West compulsory education till when? Correct, thank you very much. Second World War, we never heard of everybody coming back from the war going to what? Going to school. What do you want to go to school for? That's Weirdsville, USA. Get a job. Get with it. But then Second World War, and you get compulsory education, then bamboozled by Dewey and pragmatic education. Dewey was a philosopher, and he is the culprit that shaped American educational philosophy in America in the last 70 years. So pragmatism says whatever works is what? Right. But see, stealing works. Killing people works. Until some non-postmodern says that that's not acceptable behavior. What do you mean it's not acceptable behavior? You're already engaged in a normative thing that you don't allow me. Leave me alone. This is how I see it. If it's just a private matter, then what difference does it make? How can it make any difference? See, there's no truth, but you've got some. If there's no truth, how you know that I'm wrong? Does that make any sense? See, it's life or death of the church. And again, I apologize. See, dealing with it, I used to give an exam, describe the universe and give two examples. And it drove students kill themselves, and we lost hundreds of students trying to figure that out. That's not possible. And so enormous things, but I want to encourage you to have a view of education in your college and in the churches that will take these on. Now, Grandma doesn't want to know about them, but Grandma doesn't determine what's going on in the world. I want to love Grandma, but she can't set the agenda of medical school. But I'll take care of her. I had almost everybody's had grandparents. How many here haven't had grandparents? Anybody here? You wish you didn't? Is that what you're saying? No, I remember them. Yeah. My grandparents, Austrian, Jewish, Germans, and spoke German. And I remember when the Klan met, they wanted the kids, kids are goats, but what they call them kids. They wanted the kids to go outside, and they talked in German. But they didn't want the children. See, they weren't angry with us at all. They wanted us to be what?
American.
They wanted us to go through the melting pot. Now, multicultural pluralism is like in California, they have 114 different languages taught with curriculum for different ethnic groups. If they like those ethnic groups and those linguistic groups, what are they doing in America? I didn't ask them to come here. And
Just south of here, the city of Troy.
Troy, I know the Troy department, yes.
Yeah. The city manager said at a prayer breakfast that there are 58 languages other than English spoken in the homes in Troy.
Just in Troy, but you've got
6 miles by 6
one
miles.
of the industrial giants here in Detroit, so that Detroit comes. But that's true every place. Then they want their own language, their own curriculum, their own teachers, and of course the taxpayers' expense. I can't afford any more of this expense. But see, the melting pot, when they talked about the melting pot, check on the steak and stuff, so it's not good. What's his name?
We're ready anytime you are.
Ready for what?
For lunch.
Oh, I thought he was out to lunch. Anyway, when we unpack these things, again, it doesn't solve anything. It locates the problem. And then, as I said, you got multicultural pluralism that dominates American education. And therefore they want their language, their culture, their literature kept alive. At whose expense? Now they didn't like theirs, that's why they came here. If they liked it, would just stay home. There's like 9 million people on government dole that are illegal aliens in the borders to the south of us. 9 million that get government checks. They aren't even legal aliens. Well, if they liked home so well, what is there about it? Well, being taken care of, I guess. But a culture, any finite system cannot have infinite growth. Okay, thank you very much. And if you can, come back. And not Chris and I, maybe.
What time should we go back?
Well, I can't answer that. What do you say, 1 o'clock? Or what do you?
Let's go for one.
One.
Is that all right?
Yeah.